Okay, guys, let's make this quick. I'm not even sure I'm gonna make this more than 10 minutes because I'm not gonna cover everything here. You know why? Because what did we get for this collision? I tried to think about this. I actually tried to film this 3 times already before this, and I'm going like, how do I describe this? Because there, it was like Tony booked this because he couldn't book the way he wanted on Dynamite because Dynamite was a bit different. It was actually a pretty damn good show. But here, it's like the way it usually is, but to the nth degree. So if I didn't know how to describe it, now I know. This felt like a gunshot. You know how when a rifle, like one of those types of pellet rifles, when you go a pump action rifle that has those pellets that spray everywhere, it's just like that. It just sprays everywhere and you pop it, shoot again, all over the place, pop it, shoot it again. It's just a spray, one shot after another. What do we get? Bryan Danielson versus Sabata. Fine. And Danielson won. But it was like, he gets respect. Fine. But then we get Julia Hart versus Adora from the infantry. We get that. A quick match. Shoot. We get another one. Garcia versus a Lee Moriarty. There was no possibility he was going to win this. And then we get a tap out. We get Pac against Solo. Not just a tap out, but pretty much he's passed out while he's basically in a submission. Then what do we get after this? We get Archer versus Claudio, which is extremely hard-hitting. Just pound, pound, pound. No win. It's been called off because pretty much the righteous get interfering into it. And we had to get Sabata come out because Moxley's not there. Finally, thank you. Moxley was not there. He's taking a day off. Please make it more. Make Moxley be out for a while. But pretty much he's not there. So we get Sabata helping out. Then we get a Kyle O'Reilly going against Brian Keefe. Smack, 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 smack. We get that done. Then we get the wild card match with the infantry. Infantry, who, it was botchy as hell. But then what do we get the infantry? We should have already got it finished. No, they dragged it out. And they dragged it out. You got one of the guys from the infantry, I don't remember his name, the captain, basically slammed onto the table. And it looks like the person that might have taken the worst of it wasn't the guy from the infantry. It was Brody King. Looked like he might have broke his damn tailbone. And it did not have time to breathe. It was like, boof, 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 boof. And I'm like, Tony booked this. There's no way Peppermint did this. No. This was exactly like Tony would normally do, but a lot more amped up. And I'm going like, okay, what are we getting here? Are we getting a booking where Dynamite is more slowed down, possibly more character-driven, more stories, maybe more segments? Possibility? And we get Collision, which is just going to, That's the way it felt. That's what Collision felt like. Yes, we got Deonna Purrazzo with a let me give it like this. Thunder Rosa with Deonna Purrazzo. Interesting. Seeing they're going to have a match. Interesting. But will it really give you anything? Particularly that when it comes to Deonna Purrazzo, she's already like this. As I said before, we've had Saraya, who is like this. So hot. So hype. Here. Well, actually, let me take that back. First person we got was Toni Storm. She went like this and got nowhere. She got here, then she had to dive, and then she had to rebuild herself where she is right now at the top. Then we got Ruby Soho, who is like this, who's ready for the TBS Championship. Then we get Saraya, like this, not like this, not like this, like this. Everyone was going crazy with Saraya. Everyone was going nuts for Saraya. And she was up here. And now we get Deonna Purrazzo, who is mostly well known from before Impact Wrestling, TNA. She was like here. And now she's here. and she's just about to go here. And we get that segment. We get the Bryan Danielson segment talking about what happened with Sabata in the match and how he got respect and he got his help and he's getting ready for Will Ospreay. Fine. Then we get seeing the final match when it's Mark Briscoe who interferes with that match because pretty much the only reason that the infantry won in the first place was because of him. But we don't really get anything because we see Malachi Black come out. But what do we get when we get him coming out? Does he say anything? No, he's staring at Mark Briscoe. Shot after shot after shot, everything going everywhere. But doesn't give us anything. Collision needs guidance. And I did not see that. And I'm only glazing over this, I'm only going over this. I know I'm missing something. To be honest, there was so much going on when I had to go to the bathroom and come back. I fell asleep for a few minutes. And that's something I don't like doing. Admittedly, I'm being honest here. I have been busy trying to get the music video done. I'm stuck in one spot. I'm trying to figure it out. And admittedly, I've been having problems sleeping. So I've been sleeping erratically lately. And this is one of those times it happens. And I woke up and I'm like, what did I miss? A lot. Because they were just spraying it everywhere. They gave it no time to breathe. Guys, when it comes to Collision, this episode was just non-stop with so much going on. You had no time to absorb anything. It was great matches, fine. But isn't there supposed to be something in between to make you feel like you earned or learned something or gained something? Now, at the end of the show, they did slow down when it came to Adam Copeland and talking about how he's going to deal with Christian and that he talked with Mick Foley and he created Spike, his woman, his mistress, who he's going to use in the I Quit match. So that was what in the box that he was carrying, Spike, which is the thumbnail of this video. And I'm telling you right now, and this is being honest, this is the one thing I'm interested in. And I'm not taking anything away from Bryan Danielson going against Will Ospreay. But seeing that they did this with Sabata, and seeing that the Righteous out of nowhere just comes into this and fights with Archer, who never gets anywhere. Lance Archer never gets anywhere. If he didn't get a DQ, not DQ, a thrown out match, he would have jobbed to Claudio. And I take nothing from that match. It was a good match, but it's not the point. I want to make this clear. It's not the point. The point is that we never see Lance Archer get anywhere. Nothing. And this show is just one thing after another, after another, after another. Sprays everywhere. Gives you no time to really enjoy it before the next one comes out, and the next one comes out, and the next one comes out, and the next one comes out. And the only time you ever got a chance when it slowed down is when Bryan Danielson was talking about him, Sabata, and dealing with Will Ospreay. When he's basically in a Zen position going like this. And when you see Adam Copeland talking about what he's going to do with Christian Cage, now that Jay's dead. Because he made it very clear, I'm not calling you Jay. You're dead. You're just Christian Cage. You've taken your hype. You're nothing now but your damn character that I was with you when you created. This is the thing that made the show felt like it was finally slowed down, that I can absorb it. Not because I'm a 53-year-old soon-to-be man and I don't have the brain cells together. When you do wrestling, good wrestling, you don't rush it. Look, I'll give it to you like this. You saw what happened with The Rock. 20 minutes. Too damn long. The entire show was not even caring about The Rock. How can I say that? When it came down to it, the entire show of SmackDown was not about The Rock giving his promo and making it mean something. It was about 100% selling WrestleMania for The Rock. Because it's all about The Rock. And you can say, well, that's about The Rock. No, this is about WrestleMania for The Rock. Not about WrestleMania for Cody. Not WrestleMania for Seth. Not WrestleMania for Roman Reigns. It's selling WrestleMania for The Rock. because everybody wants to see the match that's only about what The Rock is going to do. It was not about how great SmackDown was. It was about him bad-mouthing Cody and pissing everybody off. And when you see this, everything on SmackDown was almost irrelevant, even though there were things that was important. But it's the same thing here. What are we doing with the House of Black? I don't know. What about Mark Briscoe? Don't know. Yeah, we got something with Bryan Danielson. We got something with Garcia that just happened, but is it going to lead anywhere? What is Garcia doing now? Don't know. What are we going to do with Pac, who just said to Tony Khan, give me something to do. I want trouble. He literally says, I want trouble. If you don't give it to me, I'm going to search for it. Why are we doing that with Pac? Pac should be in the main event, or at least something. Not the international championship or the Continental Crown. He should be in the main title scene because he's always been that reliable. Even though he has not been able to be there, does not mean he can't get it done. This was just one big mess. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I'm going to have to think about it. Peace.